Do you want to hear something that might flip your whole perspective upside down? If nobody knows who you are right now, that's not a problem. It's actually one of the biggest advantages you'll ever have in your entire business journey. Most people think, if I just had a bigger audience, if I just had thousands of followers, I could win. I thought the same thing when I first got started. I looked at the big names in the industry, the people with huge followings, and I thought, they must have it so much easier. But I was wrong. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why being the underdog, the person nobody's heard of yet, is one of the most powerful positions you could be in. Not just in business, but in life. So if you're sitting here right now with 0 followers, no name in your industry, and you're wondering how you're ever going to make it, this is for you. The truth about being unknown, when I started my online business, I had no audience, no social proof, no credibility in the space. I was just a guy who was overworked, underpaid, and done trading all of my time for a paycheck that barely covered the bills. I didn't have the luxury of a safety net. At first, that terrified me, but here's what I discovered and what I want, and I want this to sink in. Every position in business has an advantage, even the one you're in right now, especially the one you're in right now. When you're the underdog, you're faster, you're hungrier, and you have nothing to lose. That's dangerous in a good way. You have nothing to lose, everything to gain. When you're unknown, you can take shots without the whole world watching. If you miss, nobody cares. You're right back where you started. Think about it. If you were standing at a basketball hoop and I gave you unlimited free throws, would you be scared to miss? Of course not, because you can just take another shot. That's exactly what business is like when you're starting from 0. You have unlimited attempts. You can experiment, test new offers, try different messages, switch up your strategy without a stadium full of people judging you. When you're unknown, your failures don't stick to you. Nobody's making think pieces about your mistakes. Nobody's waiting for you to mess up. But the moment you're big, every move you make is under a microscope. That pressure slows you down. It makes people play defense instead of offense. You get to stay on offense every single day. Advantage number 2, you're fast and flexible. Let me give you an analogy. Turning a small fishing boat is easy. A quick adjustment to the wheel and you're headed in a new direction. Turning a cruise ship, that's a process. It takes time. It takes coordination. And by the time it's turned, the opportunity might have passed. When you're small, you're the fishing boat. You can pivot instantly. See something working, double down. See something flopping, cut it off immediately. I remember when I first started, I could wake up, have an idea, and launch it that same day. I didn't need approvals. I didn't need to check with the team. I was the team. And that agility is how you find your winning offer faster. It's how you figure out your voice, your message, your audience, without burning months in meetings or waiting for consensus. This is why one of the worst mistakes people make is trying to look big before they've nailed the basics. It's better to get good before you try to get big. Advantage number 3, your competition is small for now. When you're just starting, the only real competition you have is you. It's not the top names in your industry. It's not the people with millions of followers. It's the version of you that's scared, uncertain, and inconsistent. Your first battle is showing up, posting even when nobody's watching, learning skills even when it's uncomfortable, staying focused even when the results aren't instant. You'll face bigger challenges, team management, market changes, even regulations. But right now, your world is simple. You don't have to worry about what the giants in your space are doing. You just have to beat yesterday's version of you. Why this matters for building an online business? Here's the beautiful thing about starting the online space with no audience. The playing field is more level than it's ever been. I help everyday people use a 2-hour workday system to create income online, keeping 100% profit without paid ads, cold messaging, or bothering your friends and family. You don't need thousands of followers to make it work. You don't need to be famous to get your first sale. What you need is a proven blueprint, consistent action, a willingness to learn and adapt. If you understand the underdog advantages I'm talking about, you'll see why starting with nothing is actually the perfect launch pad. The grass isn't greener. We all have this idea that once I get to X amount of followers or X income, X recognition, it'll get easier. It doesn't. Every stage of business has problems. They just change shape. When you're starting, you have more freedom to test, to fail, to learn. When you're bigger, you have more responsibility, more pressure, more eyes on you. So instead of wishing you were further ahead, maximize where you are now. Play the hand you've been dealt better than anyone else. When I started, I didn't have a brand, an audience, or credibility in the online space. I just had a decision. I was done being overworked and underpaid. I was willing to figure it out, to learn, to fail forward. And that's what led me to the system I use now, the same one I share in the Freedom Formula Blueprint. It's the opposite of what most people are doing. Instead of chasing clout, we focus on building a real business that works even if nobody knows your name yet. Because that's the truth. You don't need a stage to start winning. Your next move, if you take nothing else from this, remember, your position right now, unknown, unproven, underestimated, is an advantage. Use it. Move faster than the big guys. Be more personable. Care more about each customer. Test and adapt like your life depends on it, because it kind of does. And when you pair that mindset with the right system, things can move quickly. That's exactly why I put together the Freedom Formula Blueprint, to show you how to turn that underdog position into consistent income online, working just 2 hours a day, keeping 100% profit without ads or cold messaging. If you're ready to stop sitting on the sidelines, if you're ready to take this advantage you have right now and actually use it, go to the link in my bio and I'll send you the free Freedom Formula Blueprint PDF that shows you how to make 10K in 30 days. Because you're in business for yourself, but you're not building it by yourself.